Perfect. Welcome back, children, to Introduction to Reading and Writing in English. Today we keep on, of course, working with AI, but today it's kind of a different activity because we're gonna work with learning by doing. Okay? Writing with AI. How can AI make you a better writer? And today we will be working with a sample of what our next evaluation will be. At the end of this session, I will explain what the evaluation is about, what you have to do, and most importantly, how to hand it in. That's the most important part. Remember what happened with the previous two evaluations. Today, I'm going to repeat that for the last time, and I hope this time you understand what's the format I ask for. Okay. Now, uh, you could raise your hand to talk about it, or you could write your answer in the chat. Have you ever used AI to write something academic? If so, what was your experience? Okay, you can write it down on the chat. You can raise your hand and explain your point of view. Have you ever used AI to write something academic? What was your experience? And when I say something academic, talking about maybe you already work for a high school and then you used AI to write, let's say, reading comprehension exercise for your students. Okay, Junior, let's go. Tell us.
Well, teacher, I did not have used the AI for any homework, but I used it for redact things or yes, redact things. More yeah, I use more AI for redact things
For writing
for writing better.
exercises. Oh, okay, writing better. Perfect. Perfect. Journey says in the chat, thank you, Junior. Journey says in the chat, yes, I search information, and if I don't have the correct information, use the AI. Of course, Jason, who got back his name, says, I made a glossary using AI recently. Yep. And there are so many great tips on how to use AI that it's amazing. In fact, next week, the Department of Model Languages at the UPL is going to be on its 49th anniversary, and they have offered a series of activities on Friday. Friday is, I can't remember the number of the day, but next Friday at I think it's 9 p.m. Venezuela, 8 p.m. Venezuela. I can't remember right now. I will be in charge of a talk about AI. I'm going to give some tips on how to use AI to improve your productions as a teacher, the prompts that you can use, the like useful tips to make your life easier as a teacher. So, and I understand it's an open activity. It's also a Zoom talk. And if you guys and girls are interested, just let me know and I can send the same link I'm going to use for the meeting to our WhatsApp group so that you can watch it. Aha. In the chat, Arnell says, I at least used AI to apply bionic reading. Nice. However, even though I gave it the best instructions, it still put some words in bold because AI will always make mistakes. That's one thing that I'm gonna talk about in that talk for next Friday. Mm-hmm. And Journey says, and I used to correct grammar like signs, points, and something like that. Punctuation marks. Oh, okay. Yeah, today we're going to do that exactly. We're going to do that exact thing that Journey was mentioning. And it has to do with our evaluation. Just by any chance, look at that coincidence. Journey is a paid actor. Okay. So Fernando says, I use usually when I'm thinking of a sentence and I correct its spelling. Yeah, that's the use we're going to have today. So, guys, uh, today, wait, I forgot to. Today, we will understand how to use AI to support academic writing, and it has to do with the assignment, by the way. Practice improving a text ethically. Let me highlight that. Improving a text ethically with AI tools. Ethically. We talked about that in our last class. What's ethical? Where do we draw the line? Okay. Paid actor. Paid actor is a term, Journey, uh, mostly used on the internet. For example, streamers or video game streamers, for example. Let's say that they are playing the game, they are streaming a video game, and one of the people watching the stream connects in the game, and the streamer beats that user. And people say, it's not that the streamer is good, it's that the guy who connected is a paid actor. Like he lost like on purpose. So I say that because you mentioned exactly what we are going to do today. That's why I said, Jordan is a paid actor. 8 p.m. on Friday. Thank you, Marianiel. I had completely forgotten, and I'm supposed to be the one working with that. Okay. We're going to reflect on the process and collect evidence and prepare a short text for our evaluation. Okay. So, no, you're welcome, Journey. Now, there are some different AIs that are available right now in Venezuela. I want to confirm something. Guys, is ChatGPT finally available in Venezuela? Is it finally available? Because what I knew is that it was like blocked. Not yet. Crap. Well, the thing is, I know that most of you have been using Gemini, DeepSeek. I I also found like these two, like Claude and Kimi, that they can also be used uh, as the AI, like free AI in Venezuela. Today, for the example, we'll be using Gemini, okay? Because it's an AI that basically everyone has access to. But same happened with X Twitter, but it already got unbanned. Yeah, yeah. Uh, yeah, ChatGPT might soon become available, and I hope it does. ChatGPT is like the best thing. I use 3Gemi, copy, and add DeepSeek. Okay, okay. So for our example today, we'll be using Gemini because I have ChatGPT Plus. I don't pay for Gemini. So the example I'm gonna be like working with today is gonna be with the use of Gemini, and it will mimic or imitate what you could do. So if I can do it and it will be on video recorded, then you guys can do it as well. Perfect. But besides that, which tool have you used? Which tools besides Gemini, DeepSeek? Which ones have you used in Venezuela? Sometimes Monica and Lucia on Telegram. Okay. Copilot was recently blocked. Oh man. Because it has ChatGPT 5. Because yeah, I have heard people using Copilot. Gemini, Copilot, Gemini. I mostly use Gemini. Yeah, Gemini is like the easiest one. Like the easiest one to use or to have access to. And even so, you don't necessarily need to use Gemini, there is an option in the Google search bar that allows you to use the AI mode, and it's powered by Gemini. Copilot was gone. Well, that's why, thank you for telling me. I didn't know Copilot was gone, but we're going to be working today with Gemini for our example. Okay. And if you decide to use Gemini following what I'm going to explain today, awesome. I have no problem with that. Okay. I I guess Copilot, you mean Journey? You say copy. I think it's not copy. I think it's Copilot. Yes. Okay. Yeah, Gemini is easier and it's really great. I wish I could pay for both, but ChatGPT like does everything. Oh my God, I have discovered so many things with ChatGPT. I'm so happy that it's not that, oh, my teacher is paying for ChatGPT. I found this great promotion here in Argentina. Normally, you need to pay $20 per month for a ChatGPT subscription. But there is this food delivery app here in Argentina called Rappi. It's in most countries of South America, and they had this promotion. You subscribe to the this food delivery app, like the plus version. They call it Rappi Black. By the way, YouTube black is just a color. Okay, it's just a color. I'm not insulting anyone. So you subscribe to that service, which is just $9 per month, and they give you 6 months of ChatGPT Plus. I was like, yes, where do I sign? And boy, well, these pictures, this whole class was designed thanks to ChatGPT Plus. As I told you guys in the previous class, it's not that I create a class with this, and that. No, I pitch the idea to ChatGPT. I am going to create a class about this, is that. I want this chart to have this information, this is this. And then it's like a chat. It's like working with a partner. Ah, I suggest you do this, and that. It's amazing. It's amazing. Ah, you call it copy. Okay, okay. Well, again, for today's purpose and for our activity, I'll be using Gemini. Feel free to use any other AI that you have available, because the idea of this evaluation is to demonstrate that you understand the ethical use of AI as a writing partner. If you still doubt what's ethical, what's not, check our previous class. It's also on the YouTube channel, session 8, where we talk about the ethical writing with AI. I think yeah, if you want to, there's also the version for the other group, because the other group had a similar class, and it just reinforces what's ethical and what's not with the use of AI. So writing plus AI equals question mark. Now, I want you guys to tell me, so far, with everything you know, everything you have learned, hopefully, in my classes about the ethical use of AI, do you find it helpful? Do you find the use of AI risky? Where is the line for you? What's the limit for you guys? Please tell me. Yeah, full metal alchemist. Please tell me on the chat. Do you think using AI as a writing partner is helpful, or do you think it's risky? Let me know in the chat, or again, you can raise your hand if you want to talk about it. Okay, Jesus says it depends. Well, it depends on what? Let me know in the chat. It depends on what? Waiting for your comments, boys and girls. Again, question is, the using of AI as a writing partner, is it helpful? Is it risky? Why? Where is the line for you? What's your limit? Like, no, this I can't do, or I can do this. You guys have mentioned, you have also mentioned like you have used it to help you correct punctuation, help you correct your writing, which is what we're going to do today. Diana says very helpful with capital letters. Junior says, I think it's risky because it can commit errors. It can and it will. It can and it will. How you use it. Yes, the way you use it. Jesus says, you can have it as a partner or to improve your redaction, your writing style, but you can let the AI think for you. Of course. That's what we talked about last class. And thank you for remembering it. Andres says, depends if it's to correct the text or write the text. Absolutely. Absolutely. Because one thing is to use AI to help you write better, to use AI to just correct some mistakes. And another different thing, I mentioned that in the previous class, is to let AI do everything. Don't check anything and just send your assignment like that. That's the thing that happened to the students I mentioned who did their assignment using AI and they thought that I wasn't going to find out when it was your reflection on a text. Come on, guys. Okay, so we will be having an example about this today, and I hope it sticks to you. So let's work a step by step on what we are supposed to be doing. For our evaluation, and we are going to create an example right now. For our evaluation, our first step is to write your draft. Remember, if you're not familiar with the word draft, it's like the first version of something you do. Okay, it's like the first version of something you do. Wait, give me a second, guys. I need to close the a boceto. That's the idea. Give me a second. I need to uh, get the door because my cats are scratching. Give me a second. Give me a second. Okay, I'm here. I'm back. Let me get my headphones, my earphones again. Sorry. Yes, it's draft. Your first version of your writing. Okay, the first version of your writing. That's a draft. That first version might have mistakes. Okay, it's likely to have mistakes because it's normal. We're human. We make mistakes. So your first thing is you're going to write a short paragraph or academic email, 4 or 6 sentences about one of these topics. Why is reading important? How do I study best? For example, for this one, why is reading important? If you are one of those few privileged human beings who love writing, who love reading, nice. In 4 or 6 sentences, a short paragraph, you can explain why is reading important. And this is as a future English teacher or as a current English teacher, this is important for you to know how to explain. Okay, why is reading important for me as a teacher, for my students? How do I study best? You can write 4 or 6 sentences talking about how do I study best? I don't remember. I can't remember if it was this group or the other group. There was one of the girls who was using the Pomodoro method, and I pointed out because she sent a picture of her kitty, and I could see that she had like the Pomodoro timer on YouTube. That's a way to study. There was another one who mentioned that just like me, when I'm working, I mean not now because I'm teaching, but when I'm designing your classes, I have to play music in the background, or else I cannot focus and I get extremely stressed out. What you do to study best? The other example could be an email to a professor asking for a deadline extension, the typical, dear professor, whatever. I've been so busy and I really ask you for an extension of the deadline. I have like an example. Or a short message to a new classmate, maybe giving him like welcoming that new classmate, maybe I don't know, just a heads up message for that friend. As I mentioned, we're gonna do this step by step. I want you guys to select one of these topics and we are going to prepare an example right now. Let's call them this. Sorry, let me not use yellow. Let's use blue. Let's call this is option 1. This is option 2. This is option 3. This is option 4. So in the chat, I want you to vote which one of the examples of the topics are we gonna make our example about on the chat. Vote 1 to 4. Hmm. 1, 3, 2. There's another one. Yes, yes, Journey. 1. Number 2. I see more number 2. Come on, guys. There's like, how many students do I have connected? 26 students connected. And only like 10 have voted. It's just sending a freaking number. So far, number 2 is winning. How do I study best? And it's an easy topic to write about. Journey, just send the number. Just send the number 1, 2, 3, or 4, like the topic you want to do. You want us to work with because we are going to do it. We are Junior on the first step of the example of our evaluation. I want you guys to vote which one of these topics we are going to create right now. We're going to create a draft. That draft, then I'll let you know what we are going to do with it next. So first, I want you to just vote. 1, 2, 3, or 4. You're welcome. Roymer just voted. Junior voted for number 3. Miguel for number 4. Fabi, hello Fabi, for number 2. So I guess it's number 2 is the most. Yeah, Victoria has also voted for number 2. So guys, let's work with number 2. This is our topic. How do I study best? And this is what we are going to do. I'm going to do it right here on screen so that you understand. There is something, if you have maybe no idea on what the structure for a good paragraph is, I think that on my YouTube channel, for one of my old videos, I think I still have the video of the hamburger method to write a paragraph. And you might say, hamburger? What in the actual F? Yes, the hamburger method, it's an easy way to remember the structure of a paragraph. I'm not going to explain the whole method today, but I'm going to use it on the example we are about to produce. So this is what we are going to do. So is number 2, how do I study best? You guys are going to help me write the cucumber method. So you're gonna help me right about this. So I mentioned that the Pomodoro method is a good method to study. I don't remember exactly how it works. And as I mentioned, I think the girl who used it is not in this group, but in the other one. But the thing is, the Pomodoro method is like you work or study for 20 to 25 minutes nonstop. Then you take a 5 minute break. Then you work for another 20 to 25 minutes nonstop. Then you take another 5 minute break. It's like that. It's like that. So it allows the brain to disconnect a little. It has worked for people who suffer from TDA or any other illness regarding concentration and focus. So uh, let me write the first sentence, which will be like the main sentence of our topic. So how do I study best? Let me say, um, let's make it as simple as possible. There are many the methods to improve our studying habits, and some of those methods uh, work or depending on the person who uses them. That is the first sentence. There are many methods to improve our studying habits, and some of those methods work depending on the person who uses them. That is the first sentence. As it says, between 4 and 6 sentences. Now, we're talking about how do I study best? I want you guys to help me with the next sentence. What I'm going to do is whatever you write on the chat, the ideas, I'm going to use them in the same way you write them. If you made mistakes, it doesn't matter. In fact, if you made mistakes, better because we're gonna help use AI to edit our text. So I want you to continue this. What's the next sentence on the chat, guys? What's the next sentence that you could write about how do I study best? I made the first sentence like a little bit general to help it being like global and include any method you guys can use. So write the next sentence based on your experience. What's better for you based on your experience? So Junior says, some people use music to concentrate more in the work they're doing. Mm-hmm. Thank you, Junior. Let me see who else, and then I can like select a combination of those sentences or use them uh, as the rest of the sentences, of the paragraph, sorry. Mhm. And as I mentioned, don't think about, oh my God, I don't know how to write this. Maybe this is incorrect. Don't worry. The idea is to just write the paragraph. Then I'm going to use AI, in this case, Gemini, to edit our writing. I'm waiting for you. Thank you, Jason. Jason says, I like to study completely alone because I can focus better. For those who maybe, because I heard that tilling, who are just connecting, I want you to continue this idea. We are writing about this. How do I study best? This is the first sentence I made. Nelson says, because some people prefer to study with some background noise. Fabi says, others of us, they study better when we feel under pressure. Yes, a lot of people do that. Sometimes it's risky. That's risky. That's really risky. Mm-hmm. Any other ideas? And I repeat, this is a sample of our evaluation. This is what you should be doing for your evaluation. Aha. Jesus says, from my experience, listening to music you like improves your concentration and makes you capable of studying for longer periods of time. Romer says, making a draft with the main ideas helps to provide a starting point for the topic to be studied. Mhm. One more, maybe one more idea. One more idea. Mhm. Nope. So I'm gonna take some of the messages you have sent. Thank you. Okay, that's it. Jason says, it's not something that I used to do often, but many people recommend study every day so your brain can get information better. Johnny says the Pomodoro method is used by students to study a different schedule and help to don't saturate it. Your mind by information consists of studying in 25-minute intervals, then taking a break. So I'm going to use those sentences. I'm going to use those sentences to complete our paragraph. Okay. I'm going to take them just as you wrote them, just like you wrote them. I cannot take all of them, but let me see. Let me use Junior's sentence because it helps. It's general like this one. Let me just copy paste. It looks horrible, but I'll fix it. Don't worry. Doing uh, let me use Fabi's sentence because it's short. Uh-huh. Let me use Jesus's sentence. Don't worry, I'll fix it. I'll fix it in a minute. Period. Why? Okay. Why? Some people use the music you like. Okay, let me see if I can. Can I move this? Mm-hmm. One, two, some people, three, others of us, four. From my experience, I need two more. Okay, don't worry. I'm going to take the ones you've taken. Let me see which one I can use because this is the idea. Can I draft with the main idea steps to provide a starting point? Aha. Let me take Jason's. Copy. 5. And let me take journeys about the Pomodoro method. Okay. So, of course, guys, this is a paragraph that I have made by just taking sentences, like the first sentence I wrote and some sentences you guys wrote. There are many methods, and it might not make sense, but just follow me. There are many methods to improve our studying habits, and some of those methods work depending on the person who uses them. Some people use music to concentrate more in the work they're doing. Others of us study better when we feel under pressure. From my experience, listening to music you like improves your concentration and makes you capable of study for longer periods of time. It's not something that I used to do often, but many included. I included the mistake on purpose. Sorry. People recommend. There's another mistake here. Study every day so your brain can get information better. The Pomodoro method. This is I think it was Journey's idea. So again, let me repeat. For our next evaluation, the first thing you're going to do is writing a short paragraph, no more than 6 sentences. Something like this I have done, but of course you need to do it like yourself, not like I did that I just took sentences from you. Once we have it, this is the first step. This is our draft. Okay, it has mistakes because it's like a brainstorming paragraph. Now, what's the step 2? Use AI, and I repeat, ethically. We need to improve that draft using AI. Remember, we can use the AI to review grammar or clarity. Accept only what helps. Don't copy blindly. And once you have done that, you need to take a screenshot of the process so that I can see your conversation with the AI, including your draft paragraph and the response the AI gave you. So I'm going to wait. Step 3 is okay. Now, let me take our idea. Yeah, the 3 arms. It is, of course, made with AI. Let me select all of this with the mistakes included. That's the idea. Now, sorry guys, I need to stop sharing this because now I'm going to share Gemini. Do I have it in black mode? Yes, because white mode is like, oh my God, I can see. Aha. Let me share what I'm doing. This is what you should do for your evaluation. I'm using Gemini because, as I mentioned, it's an AI that everyone has access to. This is Gemini. Now, I have like the paragraph, okay? I need the AI to improve my paragraph. It's my draft. So I don't know how you guys treat your AI. I like to be as polite as I can because I am training my AI to respond in the way that I like to talk to people. I call both ChatGPT and Gemini, I call them sensei. It's like a respectful thing, you understand. And I need to create a prompt. A prompt is an order, an instruction you give the AI to ask it to do something for you. Okay? So the idea is to improve my paragraph. And let's say, since this is something you're going to do at home, and then you probably don't feel like extremely confident with your English, I'm going to write the prompt in Spanish just to give you an idea. So let me go like the same way I would do. I would be like, hola, sensei. ¿Me puedes ayudar a corregir un draft de un párrafo que hice para una asignación de la universidad donde estudio? Sometimes when you ask questions like this, without just boom, providing the paragraph of the thing you want the AI to do, it will give you the instructions on how to proceed. So It goes like, claro que sí, con mucho gusto te ayudo. Aquí me pongo el nombre de editor jefe para que ese párrafo quede impecable. Para darte la mejor retroalimentación, por favor, pégalo aquí abajo y si puedes, dime brevemente de qué trata la materia base. You see, it's giving you the freaking instructions. Okay? So, this interaction, I need you guys to get a capture, and you're going to include the capture of your first prompt and their response in the presentation. Okay? Now, I'm going to follow these steps because it's the same thing that you guys should do. Nice. I like to be like really thorough. So I say, number one, it says, ¿de qué trata la materia o asignación? No lo mismo escribir para derecho que para ingeniería. You see, it's giving you tips. Follow because AI knows more than you. So I tell, es introducción a la lectura, no sé por qué puse mayúsculas, sorry. Lectura y escritura en inglés. Ujú. En la, man, en la asignación debo entregar un párrafo corregido por IA, because in Spanish is IA, not AI like in English, de modo que pueda presentar una versión híbrida. A hybrid version is, remember, when you combine your production with the help of AI. That production the AI gives you is a hybrid version. Aha. Number two, it's asking me a quién va dirigido. ¿Es un ensayo formal o un reporte técnico? Ajá. I say, va dirigido a mi profesor de la universidad. That's it, so that it knows what to do, and it's formal. And number three, hay algo que te preocupe específicamente. Fluidez en look, gramática o si suena demasiado simple. So, this is the thing. So, I tell it. Me preocupa mi gramática y mi redacción, de modo que te pido revises y corrijas los errores y mejores la claridad del párrafo. Escribí sobre, sorry, I forgot the name of the topic. How do I study best? Perfect. Escribí sobre how do I study best. So, everything's done. I say, este es el párrafo. So I just copy the paragraph. There it is. Yeah, it's a so you see, blah, blah. I just with the same mistakes, because that's what could happen, right? We make mistakes. We're human. The same paragraph, and of course, it's going to have a lot of mistakes because I just took some sentences from you guys and put them together. And then I asked Gemini to go. Excelente, para hacer una introducción tienes una base sólida, comunica tus ideas con claridad. Sin embargo, para que el párrafo sea más académico y para impresionar a tu profesor, oh my God, necesitamos pulir la puntuación, uso de mayúsculas y la estructura de las oraciones. Aquí tienes la propuesta de corrección. Look at this. There are various methods to improve study habits, and their effectiveness often depends on the individual. For instance, this is a connector. Some people use music to concentrate better on their work, while others perform more effectively under pressure. In my experience, listening to music improves concentration and allows for longer study sessions. Although it is not something I do frequently, many people recommend studying daily to help the brain process information more efficiently. Additionally, the Pomodoro technique is widely used by students to manage their schedules and avoid mental burnout. This method consists of studying in 25-minute intervals, followed by a short break. Voila! Cambios clave que realice para que aprendas el porqué. So it's telling you, it's not just doing it, it's telling you what it did. Para tu asignación, then it says, you see, this, guys, you take captures of this and you include it on the presentation. That's the evidence. You include it on the presentation, okay? You see, it's telling you the mistake. This is something like the report I sent you guys when I corrected your evaluations. It's something like that. This is what you did, then you should do this. This is what you did, then you should do this. This is done by the AI. Then it gives you like a sheet for you to download to Excel if you want to have it. ¿Te gustaría que te ayude a redactar una breve explicación para tu profesor sobre por qué decidimos, hacer estos cambios específicos? It's not necessary. This is all we need so far. This is weird, I know, but I don't like to let AI like waiting for me. I don't like to ghost AI. So I just thank it for its help. And I say, no, sensei, eso sería todo. Desde acá tomo las riendas del trabajo. Agradezco muchísimo tu ayuda. It's crazy, but I repeat, I'm training my AI, okay? And it will be like, excelente actitud, me encanta que estés listo para tomar las riendas, actitud final. Si más adelante necesitas revisar otro trabajo o tienes dudas, there you go. I will give the conversation here. Now, let me get a capture of this. I'm gonna paste it on the presentation we were working a minute before. And let me get another capture of the original paragraph, which is this one. And then we can compare side by side. I got the capture. Let me stop sharing here. Let me go back to our presentation. And let me paste the original paragraph here. Ah, no, it was not here. It was on the next one. It was here. Anyway, let me Control X, Control V, Control X, Control V. Okay, so here we have the original draft and the improved draft. Here we have a side-by-side comparison. Let's see, guys. What changed? Of course, everything, but sorry. What do you think was truly improved? Take a look at the paragraphs. What do you think was truly improved? You can use the microphone. You can type your answer on the chat. Take a look at both. What do you think was truly improved? Let me just point at an example. of an improvement. This part is not something that look at it. It's not something that I used to do often, but many people recommend study every day so your brain can get information better. Look at how it improved it. Although it's not something I do frequently, many people recommend studying daily to help the brain process information more efficiently. First of all, I can say the text, if more formal and the rhythm of the reading is better. And look at the part that I have highlighted. Look at the part that I have highlighted. Look at how it improved that part. It corrected the grammar mistakes. It improved the rhythm, yes, because it uses connectors. Look at the connectors. We don't have connectors. We have, for instance, while others, we have in my experience. We have although, that's another connector. We have additionally. It has connectors. So the clarity of the message was improved. So let me recap. For our evaluation, your job is step one, Step one, write your draft. You're going to write a short paragraph or academic email. No more than 6 sentences. No more than 6 sentences. No, no, negative, forbidden. No more than 6 sentences. About a free topic. You choose the topic. I don't care about the topic, okay? I'm not limiting you on that. After you finish writing your paragraph, you go to Gemini and do what I did. Hey, could you help me correct the paragraph? Gemini will start an interaction similar to the one I showed on screen. You tell it what you want it to do. You tell Gemini that you need it to correct the grammar and the clarity. That's the only thing. You get a screenshot of that conversation, a screenshot or screenshots of the conversation. Then, I mean, this is the part. You tell Gemini to help you correct. You take a screenshot of the conversation. Then I need you to describe what changed. After you take the screenshot, I need you to do this. Take a look at your original paragraph and try to find which sentences were improved, what Gemini did to improve your paragraph. After you're done with that, you are going to send me your presentation. You're going to send me your presentation. Your presentation must include a screenshot of your AI revision. Let's say that for, I don't know, any circumstance, you don't know how to get a screenshot with, I don't know, but I mean, it could happen. You need to then write a note explaining what changed and what tool you used. Okay? Guys, remember, write your own first draft. It happens, Junior. It happens. Write your own first draft. Use AI, in this case, Gemini, to enhance, not replace your thinking. It is just improving. It's just correcting. It's not replacing what you thought. Be transparent about AI assistance. That's why I want you to include the screenshot. Cite the tool if you quote it directly. Keep your voice. AI can't think like you. AI is more intelligent than every one of us. Yes, it is. But it cannot think like you because our brain is an amazing machine. AI can assist, but you are the author. So now, cambio rapidito al español, que esta es la parte final de la que hablé al comienzo del video, para que luego no haya duda de, profe, no entendí por qué usted lo explicó en inglés, que no había razón por las cosas que ya dije, pero bueno, ¿qué es lo que deben hacer para enviarme como evaluación? Atentos para que luego puedan hacer sus preguntas. Atentos para que luego no digan, no pregunten algo que ya expliqué. Otra cosa que también ocurre. ¿Ok? Entonces, ¿qué tienen que hacer? Ustedes van a, lo mismo que yo hice, ¿ok? Van a escribir un párrafo y me voy a devolver para mostrar el paso a paso en español. Primer paso, van a escribir un párrafo de no más de 6 oraciones. No más de 6 oraciones. Repito, no más de 6 oraciones. ¿Ok? Obviamente en inglés. Obviamente en inglés. Profe, ¿sobre qué tema voy a escribir el párrafo? Lo que tú quieras. Hay un juego de video que te encanta y conoces muchísimo el lore del juego. Escribe sobre eso. Adelante, me encanta. Yo también amo los juegos de video. Que hay un anime que te encanta muchísimo y wow, profe, es que la historia del anime es algo que yo soy demasiado geek con la historia de ese anime. Escribe sobre la historia de ese anime. Profe, que yo leí un libro sobre poesía de tal cosa y de verdad me hizo reflexionar muchísimo. Bueno, escribe ese párrafo de de no más de 6 oraciones sobre lo que hayas aprendido de ese libro de poesía. Que no fue un libro de poesía, que fue otro libro de X tema. Bueno, escribe sobre eso. No, profe, mire, lo que pasa es que a mí me encantan los K-dramas. Y vi un K-drama que es hermosísimo, me encantó la historia. Escribe un párrafo de no más de 6 oraciones sobre ese K-drama. ¿A qué voy con esto? El tópico es libre, libre. Lo importante es que esté en inglés. Una vez que tengas tu párrafo escrito en inglés, vas a hacer el proceso que hicimos en Gemini. Te vas a Gemini y le das la instrucción. Le comentas lo que quieres hacer. Le dices a Gemini, mira, necesito que me ayudes a corregir tanto la gramática como la claridad del mensaje en este párrafo. Vieron en el ejemplo, y esto está quedando grabado, que lo hice en español. No hay ningún problema. Si lo quieres hacer en inglés también, adelante. Be my guest. Y sigue las instrucciones que te da Gemini. Necesito que a esa conversación de Gemini le vayas tomando capturas. Le vayas tomando capturas. ¿Para qué? Para poder describir lo que ha cambiado. Si por alguna razón, repito, porque suele ocurrir, hay casos, no saben cómo tomar un screenshot o de pronto, que me pasa a mí el snippet que tengo de tomar screenshot en Windows, a veces le da la loquera y no toma bien las capturas. ¿Qué puedo hacer yo? No es mi culpa. No está funcionando. Júpiter se encontró con Saturno en la casa de Capricornio y eso causa que los cataclismos provoquen que las vacas vuelen, qué sé yo. Entonces, no puedes hacer el screenshot. Tienes que entonces escribirme, redactarme en inglés, mostrarme lo que ha cambiado. ¿Ok? Una vez que tú tengas esa captura hecha, vas a revisar. Es decir, en otra hojita de la presentación, vas a revisar. Acá yo hice, solo marqué una, pero fíjense que encontré esta oración que tenía errores acá y en la versión mejorada que me hizo la IA, la volví a marcar. Pueden utilizar, se han ordenado, chicos, colores distintos. Yo acá utilicé amarillo para esta. De pronto, utilizo verde para, a ver, elegir otra. A ver, para esta. Many methods to improve our studying habits. And some of those methods were depending on the person who uses them. Esta está mejorada acá. Allá arriba dice many. Aquí dice various methods to improve study habits, and their effectiveness often depends on the individual. Ah, así cuando yo esté corrigiendo, puedo ver, ah, mira cómo cambió de acá a acá. ¿Ok? Van a hacer eso con todas las oraciones para mostrar lo que cambió. ¿Ok? Y una vez que hacen eso, la convierten a freaking PDF y me lo envían. Les voy a dar un ejemplo en Canva. Lo voy a compartir en este momento para que vean que sí se puede hacer. Entonces, es básicamente esto. ¿Cómo los voy a evaluar? Primero, que el draft o el borrador, el bosquejo, el boceto que hayan hecho sea original a lo que ustedes mismos escriban. Por favor, no usen IA para algo que ustedes pueden escribir, porque es la idea, que escriban algo que puede llegar a tener errores. Es un boceto. Y luego ese lo van a pasar por la IA. Ahí voy a ver qué tal la interacción de ustedes con la inteligencia artificial. ¿Ok? Que se vea de verdad que hubo un cambio. Luego, en la parte de transparency, es que me incluyan el screenshot o, caso contrario, una explicación de el cambio que ocurrió. Y para la claridad y coherencia, que el texto final esté bien claro y bien estructurado. ¿Ok? Atención, voy a dejar de compartir acá. Voy a abrir Canva para mostrarles lo que van a hacer. ¿Por qué? Porque la presentación la van a hacer en Canva. Y esa presentación de Canva la van a convertir a PDF al descargarla. La convierten en PDF y es la que me van a enviar. Yo voy a hacer el paso a paso. Entonces, voy a compartir acá. Canva no lo estoy pagando, obviamente, no es algo que use mucho. Pero sí he tenido varias cosas acá que han hecho mis estudiantes anteriores, ta, ta, ta. Por ejemplo, eh, proyectos acá. Voy a buscar una que hayan hecho mis estudiantes anteriores. A ver, alguien acá de didáctica del inglés. Eh, por ejemplo, esto. Esto no lo hice, esto lo hice yo hace tiempo. Obviamente está incompleto, pero esto fue algo que yo hice, era como el origen de la enseñanza de los idiomas. Supongamos que esta es la presentación que ustedes hicieron en Canva, que puede tener varias páginas, ¿ok? Una vez que han hecho eso, ¿cómo descargarlo en formato PDF? Con la mano derecha o izquierda, si son zurdos, sostienen el ratón. Ya, déjenme. Ajá. Con la mano derecha o izquierda, si son zurdos, sostienen el ratón. ¿Sí? Yo soy derecho, por ende, lo sostengo de esta manera. Con mi Y, profe, usted sí es repugnante. No lo hago porque a veces no, profe, es que no entendí. Hay que hacerlo por pasos. Entonces, con este dedito, que se llama índice, yo puedo presionar el botón con el que uno hace clic, ¿verdad? Entonces, yo le doy acá en compartir. Me va a abrir un menú. ¿Ok? Ahora, yo muevo el ratón, o sea, muevo la mano así, hacia abajo. Bueno, perdón, si son zurdos, es de este lado. Y llegan hasta donde dice descargar. ¿Recuerdan el dedito que les dije que era para hacer clic? Bueno, perfecto. Ya hago clic allí. Y miren lo que dice. Él me dice que te lo puedo descargar en formato PNG porque es una sola página. Pero ustedes, como van a hacer varias slides, probablemente les dé la opción PDF que está acá. ¿Ok? Probablemente les dé la opción PDF. A mí me da, repito, me da la opción PNG porque como es una sola, ¿para qué PDF? Piensa Canva. Pero como ustedes va a hacer varios, necesito que sean PDF. Elijo la opción PDF. Puki. Ahí está. PDF estándar. No seleccione ninguna de estas porque es para las opciones para quien pague Canva. De pronto, si ustedes lograron una promoción que sé que hubo para estudiantes de la universidad que tienen Canva Pro gratuito, no sé si la pudieron agarrar, pero bueno, esto está activo. Pues no lo necesitan. Hacen clic en descargar. Hacer clic es con el botoncito tocar, ¿ok? Tuc. Está descargando. Descarga completa. No sé si ven el menú porque no sé si hasta qué punto se comparte, pero está compartido. Vamos a suponer que yo lo voy a guardar. Confírmenme en el chat si están viendo la pantalla que se abrió, que es donde se grabó el, que es donde se va a grabar. Confírmenme en el chat, porfa, si ven esta pantalla. Sí, perfecto, 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 perfecto. Thank you. Aquí viene el mensaje de la discordia. El nombre que debe tener el archivo. Chicos, tres personas de esta asignatura y dos del otro grupo de seminario perdieron la evaluación porque simplemente no pudieron poner el nombre como es. ¿Ok? El nombre, si fíjense acá dice idiomas porque es el nombre que tenía esto predeterminado. El nombre con el que se va a grabar en formato PDF va a ser nombre del estudiante, por ejemplo, soy yo. Nombre del estudiante. Luego, eso se llama guión. ¿Ok? Allí coloco el nombre de la materia. Para hacerlo de manera corta, nada más pongan intro. Y yo sé que ya es introducción a la literatura, no importa. El otro se llama seminario, no importa. Intro. Ya sé que ese es el nombre. Luego hago un solo clic a la barra espaciadora. Y miren, miren la magia, miren la magia. El cursor estaba acá. Hago un solo botoncito, una sola vez presiono la barra espaciadora. ¡Ah! ¡Wow! Pasó a la siguiente, me dio espacio y así se ve todo ordenadito. ¡Wow! Yo tan difícil que era, profe, y ahora lo entendí. Muchas gracias. Ahora de nuevo presionan. ¡Ah! La magia, otro guión apareció. ¿Por qué? Porque ahora viene, ¿qué? A ver, ¿qué viene ahora? ¿Qué debo poner ahora? A ver. Excelente, Fabi. ¡Mua! Besos para ti. Journey y Arnel, no. Sección. ¿Sección qué? La sección que ustedes son. Vamos a suponer, así como Fabi, soy sección 2. Perfecto. Sección 2. ¿Ven? Miren qué ordenado y qué bonito se ve esto. Está el nombre del estudiante, hay un espacio, está un guión. Está el nombre de la materia, hay un espacio, está un guión. Y está la sección con tilde y con doble C. Algunos pusieron sesión. Me provoca fundarlos completos y mostrarle a quienes lo escribieron mal. Para que vean que no estoy exagerando. Para que, no, perdón, para que vean el por qué estoy exagerando. Y el número de sección. El número de sección. El número de sección es importante. Y ya esto va a quedar grabado en PDF. Hago clic en guardar. ¡Ah! Ya está, se guardó. Eso que acabo de hacer, ese archivito que me produce, me lo van a enviar por mensaje privado al WhatsApp. Esto está quedando grabado. Así que no hay la más mínima excusa para decirme, profe, no entendí. Número de evaluación no importa, tranqui. Con que me lo envíes de esa manera, ya yo lo guardo en una carpeta que tengo que se llama evaluación 3. O tercera evaluación la tengo. Tercera evaluación. Entonces todo lo que yo guarde allí, pero está válida tu duda, Wilma. Todo lo que yo guarde ahí ya sé que es la tercera evaluación. Lo que me interesa en sí es el nombre, la materia, porque estoy dando dos y ahora tres porque te voy a dar clase en posgrado y la sección, chicos, es lo que más me interesa. Y tiene que ser en ese orden, porque al guardarlo, a la hora de corregir, yo voy a tener todo ordenadito por orden alfabético como debe ser. Repito, repito, atento, atento. Si alguien no entrega la tarea, la asignación, con el formato del nombre, número uno, y no le entrega en formato PDF, no la voy a recibir. Ya hubo en total, entre esta sección y la otra, 5 personas que por esa tontería perdieron 25 puntos. Y ustedes dirán, profe, qué exagerado es, que eso no debe ser, que yo lo voy a denunciar. Denuncien con quien ustedes quieran, chicos, son instrucciones de entrega. Otra cosa importantísima, que no es que todos esos que mencioné los perdieron solo por el nombre. Algunos la perdieron porque no la entregaron a la hora límite. ¿Cuál es la hora límite, profe? La hora límite es, en nuestro caso, el próximo sábado, en el momento en el que yo les envíe el link para conectarnos a la clase del próximo sábado, ese es el deadline. Si yo envié el link, arranqué la clase, lo siento mucho. No hay la más mínima excusa valedera para que usted me diga que no pudo, porque les estoy dando una semana para hacerlo. Por eso es que siempre les digo, no esperen hasta el viernes para hacerlo. No esperen hasta el mismo sábado para hacerlo porque creo que todos ustedes, no sé si todos o la gran mayoría, están en Venezuela. Sí, las cosas han comenzado a mejorar allá, pero aún hay cortes de electricidad, aún hay problemas con internet. Entonces no es excusa, chicos, para que, profe, es que se fue la luz cuando lo iba a enviar. ¿Por qué esperaste hasta el último día? Hay personas que me encanta. Estoy dando eso hoy y ya algunos, madre mía, el domingo en la tarde ya lo tienen hecho, otros el mismo lunes, profe, aquí lo tiene, listo. ¿Cuál es la ventaja de esas personas? Que a algunos acá les habrá pasado. Ponle, alguien lo envía el lunes y luego el miércoles o jueves, que aún están en el periodo de entrega. Profe, ¿sabe que no revisé bien, se me olvidó revisar algo? ¿Será que le puedo enviar la revisión? Adelante, chicos. Y lo hacen, lo corrigen y envían su versión arreglada. Esa es la ventaja de hacer las cosas a tiempo. ¿Ok? Entonces, insisto, no es que el profe sea demasiado repugnante, el profesor sea demasiado estricto, no. Son, como quien llama, las reglas del juego. ¿Ok? Son las reglas del juego Y es lo que hay que hacer. ¿Ok? Leo lo que me escribían por WhatsApp. Por WhatsApp, ¿qué digo? Por el grupo, por el chat. Se expresa igual a otros. Suele suceder. A lo de Wilma ya lo dije. Se puede realizar en Word. La puedes hacer en Word, pero, claro, en Word tú puedes también pegar las imágenes si quieres. Ojo, está válido lo que dice Fabi. Atentos. Lo puedes hacer en Word si quieres, porque en Word tú puedes agregar las imágenes de las capturas. No hay ningún problema. Lo importante, mi querida Fabi, es que ese archivo de Word lo conviertas a PDF antes de enviármelo. Profe, pero ¿por qué no lo recibe en Word? Que es demasiado difícil convertirlo a PDF, profesor. No, no es difícil. Estoy siendo irónico por si no lo notaron. ¿Por qué? Porque un archivo de Word fácilmente yo lo puedo editar y es una protección tan, yo se los dije hace tiempo, es una protección tanto para ustedes como para mí. Y tengan eso en cuenta a la hora de enviar un trabajo a algún profesor, que no sea yo. Comente, el profesor, lo voy a enviar en formato PDF porque no quiero decir nombres, pero hay algunos colegas que, digamos, no tienen buena relación con ustedes y a veces como que, ay, el típico para que le quede le voy a cambiar. Y en Word fácilmente se puede editar algo. En Word fácilmente se puede editar. En PDF no, a menos que pagues. ¿Y quién paga PDF? Nadie. Nadie paga Acrobat Reader. Nadie. Todo el mundo lo tiene gratuito. Entonces se puede hacer en Word. Pegas tus imágenes de la captura, todo eso. Pero necesito que lo conviertan a PDF. La sección 3 tiene el próximo sábado una actividad fuera de Barquisimeto con otra materia. Seguramente regresemos tarde. Seguramente no nos conectemos. No se preocupe, Romer. Lo que importa es que envíen el archivo. Recuerden que igual va a estar la grabación en YouTube para que vean la siguiente clase. No hay ningún problema, pero gracias por decirlo. Jay me dice, ¿cada oración corregida tiene que ser de distintos colores o solo uno? Jay, digo lo de los colores para que sea visualmente más fácil de encontrar una y contrastarla. Es mucho más fácil. Por eso, ponte en el lugar de un... Imagínate, Jade, que tú eres la profe que va a corregir. ¿Cómo se te hará más fácil visualmente hablando? Por eso nada más 6 oraciones. Se te haría más fácil visualmente hablando si todas las oraciones tienen el mismo color en ambos párrafos, el tuyo y el de la IA, o si ambas oraciones tienen, perdón, si ambos párrafos tienen distintos colores para cada evaluación, de modo que en mi párrafo original, la primera oración está en amarillo y la forma corregida en el otro en amarillo. Mi segunda oración en azul, en el otro párrafo en azul. Es visualmente mucho más fácil así, como profe, para corregir. Y en un futuro, si es que ya no estás ejerciendo, me darás la razón, corazón. Espero haber respondido tu pregunta. Aprovechen de preguntar, porque no quiero durante la semana que me digan que no entendieron. Y sobre todo así queda esto grabado para quien luego vea la grabación al final. Porque sé que hay algunos que no van a ver la clase, sino que van a ir hasta el final para saber lo que hay que hacer. Cacha. Ujú. Pueden activar el micrófono y preguntan también si quieren, tranquilos. No hay preguntas tontas, hay tontos que no preguntan. Y con eso no estoy insultando por si acaso. Y si no hay preguntas, asumo que todo quedó clarísimo. Tan claro como la idea de que Delcy entregó a Maduro. Jaja. Ok. Asumo entonces, mis queridos chiquillos, que todo quedó perfecto. Recuerden, tienen hasta el próximo sábado, en el momento en que yo envíe el link. Ese es el deadline. No esperen hasta el mismo sábado para enviarlo. Es una tarea que si se dan cuenta no es difícil y tienen una semana para hacerlo. Al final no hay que hacer un texto explicando los cambios, solo mostrando los subrayados. Exacto. Lo del texto para explicar los cambios, Fernando, sería en un caso de que por X o Y razón te pasó algo con las capturas que no las pudiste hacer, que no las pudiste pegar, que Word, si lo haces en Word, por ejemplo, se pone loco, que no entiendes bien cómo se usa Canva para bla, 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 bla. ¿Ok? Eso es lo que quiero. Podría volver a mostrar las cosas que podemos hacer, lo que explico que era la votación. No, 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 no. Y está válida la duda de Junior. Em, eso era para el ejemplo en la clase, tranquilo. Era que eligiéramos un tópico para en la clase poder hacer un ejemplo. El tópico para el párrafo Junior es libre sobre lo que literalmente tú quieras escribir. No más de 6 oraciones. En inglés, obviamente. Ok, repito, en inglés pueden hacer todo este trabajón en español y lo siento, 0/25. Lo siento, en inglés. Sí, se puede hacer lo mismo en español, pero esta materia es en inglés. ¿Ok? Bien, asumiendo que todo quedó claro y que no hay más preguntas, los espero el próximo sábado. Recuerden que yo voy a subir este enlace mañana. Se los paso al grupo de WhatsApp. Hoy, si termina el Zoom de convertirlo rápido, lo subo de una vez a YouTube y les paso el enlace. Pero cuando ustedes ven que se los paso el día siguiente es porque se tarda mucho Zoom en convertir el archivo para poder subirlo. Tarda más en subirlo y no, termino muy cansado. Termino a las 9 de la noche con el otro, sí, a las 9 de la noche con el otro grupo. En una página las capturas, en las otras los párrafos corregidos. El diseño queda por tu cuenta, Jade. El diseño queda por tu cuenta. Lo que quiero es que estén las capturas. Las capturas son de los párrafos. Van a ser una captura del párrafo que hiciste, una captura del párrafo corregido y obviamente captura de la conversación, de tu interacción, en este caso con Gemini o con la IA que tú utilices. Es lo que son las capturas. Salí y volví. ¿Hasta cuándo es la entrega? Jason, próximo sábado hasta el momento en que yo les envío el link, que es más o menos las 5 para las 3 allá en Venezuela. ¿Ok? Perfecto, chicos. Disfruten de un lindo fin de semana. Nos vemos el próximo sábado. Bye bye.